Just
Right.
going across to YouTube now. I'll let you
Yep.
know when it's live and then I'll do an intro and we'll get underway. We're here. Wife, all good. Okay, we are live. We're hitting the record and I'll just hit mute there. And we are streaming. Folks,
Woohoo.
welcome to Tuesday's regular, reoccurring eXp Realty Discovery Session. And today we're joined by a co-host who is a very familiar face in our model network and across the industry as a whole. She's very well recognized, highly reputable, quite very incredibly distinguished and well known in the industry throughout all parts of this country. She's owned a real estate business herself, been a transactional real estate agent. She's a coach, a trainer, a mentor, a mother, an author. I mean, the list goes on. There's not much that today's co-host hasn't achieved throughout her illustrious career. Lisa B, thanks for joining us. We made it to this session together. Thanks for joining us on EXP Explained.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, we had a couple of trial runs, but that's good. We're here.
Well, it's in all seriousness, we were set up to do this about 2 weeks ago, weren't we? And then all of a sudden, my wife decided to get double kidney infection on that day, and literally had to rush her to the hospital within 5 minutes of us I was getting everything set up, all the feeds ready to go, and I got this
Right.
almighty scream from the kitchen. But she's all good. We're here today, so
Good.
really looking forward to this session. And I guess like what I wanted to unplug from you today and the previous session we had organized is where you're at within this incredible model. What I love in doing these discovery sessions is everybody finds a unique place within the XP Realty model to suit them, whether it be the commission, whether it be the shares, whether it be the collaboration, the training, the mentorship, and the support. But yourself, you're not a transactional agent. You no longer list and sell, but
Mhm.
you've grown an incredibly large team and organization. You've built your own empire within this model. So I'd love to today talk to you about what the real perks and benefits are of having a team and organization downline, how you're tapping in and leveraging the eXp Realty Global Revenue Share Program, how you're supporting industry agents across the country still list, transact, but also build the same for scalability and long-term potential income, wealth, and retirement aspirations. So tell me like a little bit about you've owned a real estate business,
Mhm.
you've been that listing and selling mum as well, so you know what it's like to be in the trenches. You've been a
Absolutely.
trainer, a coach, and a mentor. But tell us a little bit about your why EXP Realty.
Yeah. So I've had a number of different offices and a number of different locations, had, lots of different staff over the time, love transacting real estate. I was addicted to it big time, addicted to having my office, just absolutely loved it. And that's why I'm still part of it. When I opened my second office in Mossman in Sydney, I really focused on digital marketing because it was only new. So I did everything social media, everything video, like, just everything you could possibly think of. And then, I was always getting calls from agents saying, how do you do this on video? How do you do that on video? What are you doing this? What sort of camera you got? Da, 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 da. And what are you doing on social media? So that's how I started to become, started training and coaching and things like that. So that was the start of that. And then, then it's just progressed. And then when EXP came along, I was like, wow, I can help so many people with this. Like I've got something called the Real Estate Club, which is my training program.
Yep.
And I thought, wow, this just complements everything so much that I can help people, that I can help agents, that they can have what I wish I'd have had when I started out in real estate. Like, I had to have the physical office and I had to have all the employees and I had to have all the subscriptions and I had to have the stress and the liability and the responsibility and being stuck in a demographic location. And so to me, it was like, I get claustrophobia. And it was like, I can now help agents to get them to feel free, to get them
Yep.
to feel not only free from location wise, they can pick up the business and move anywhere and they're not kind of, trapped. That they can feel free in their marketing, whatever they want to do, free in the flexibility of the commissions they charge, freedom in all different ways, freedom to be able to build an empire, as you said. Your traditional real estate office, the salespeople that I had employed, all they could do is list and sell real estate and get half a week's rent. That was the only way that they could really earn an income and
Yeah.
referral, possibly,
Yep.
which a lot of them didn't do. So with us, it's like they can list and sell, which is the foundation of eXp. So we provide the system solutions training for real estate agents to be able to operate their business. So the business in a box. But the advantage to real estate agents is they get that's the platforms, but it's got so much more depth than just the platforms. You can trade international business, you can do referrals internationally, you can grow a team internationally, you can do so many other things. So you can list and sell. You can grow a team within the organization. You can get shares in the company. You can outsource your property management and the referral base. As I said, we've got our own internal referral base where you can lodge it with eXp. Say if you're referring a seller in Mexico, and eXp handle that whole thing and pay you in Australian dollars into your Okta account, so you don't have to sort of chase that up. So for me, it was just like, wow, this is what I've been looking for. I'd always wanted to just work for myself, and like I don't need to be employed. I'm unemployable. Like I'm just so I've been self-employed since I was 22. Never worked for anybody really since that time. And I was like, I can't work for anybody, but I would like to be part of something bigger. I want to have a Christmas party where it's not just me. I did that for many years. I want to have a Christmas party where you've got people around you. I want to have, inspiration from other people that are doing things, that eXp, gives you. You get the opportunity to choose who you want to work with too. You can choose who you join the company with. If there's a mentor that you really like, or, you want to work with that person, great, that person can help you and the rest of the team can help you. Within our organization in eXp, I think there's 182 agents in eXp now. We've got, I think, 110 in the A team. So, we've got a big chunk of the team in eXp Australia, and a lot of our systems and everything is set up. We've got live training every Thursday. We've got, and the value that I add to agents obviously is that they get access to the real estate club that I've got, my books, all that sort of thing. But also too, if whether it's just a lot of people just want to vent, they just want to say, this owner is really awful, or this sale, I just made this amazing sale. It's sort of, I understand where agents are coming from. I've been there, done that, the roller coaster real estate. And even if it's just partners don't understand, even if it's just somebody, they can just say, I just want to tell you what happened, or another agent's trying to steal their listing, or whatever it is. That's a lot of, just the support that we can offer agents too, that we listen, we understand. But also too, like, if they want to run business ideas past, or marketing ideas past me, or, they can come on our podcast, lots of things like that, just support with things that people don't see within their own business. You're in the forest, you can't see for the trees. It might be that I think, oh, wow, you should do this, or you could do that, or, you're able to, we can see the potential in people more than they can see potential in themselves a lot of the time. And someone said something really interesting to me the other day. And it's like, when you look at someone and they're telling you the story, you see what they've got and what you would do if you were that person. Right? You go, if I was that person, this is what I would do. You see all the different opportunities, and that's the benefit that we have, to be able to mentor and to coach someone. Sort of see things that they don't see, and opportunities that they don't see as well. So that's kind of in a nutshell, sort of the experience I've had. 5 years within eXp now. And I'm here for life. I'm here for life, that's for sure. My goal is to have 1,000 agents. That's what I really want to have in our teams, 1,000 agents. So that's my goal, and that's what I want to help other agents, to sort of grow their teams as well.
It's really cool. I was listening to Glenn Sanford on stage recently, and he said that when he first went to build eXp Realty, I mean, obviously he's eXp Realty for life because, I mean, he created it, right? He's the founder of it. But he said, I wanted to build a model that I could actually say that I would, as a transactional agent, be proud to say that is my home for life, right? Because we know a lot of agents say, and I've heard it before, this is it, I'm not moving ever again. And then 2-3 years later, they're at the next office and location because of whatever reason. So I liked it that he built the foundations on exactly that. I wanted a place where every agent could go, I've got equity, I've got ownership. There's multiple ways that I can benefit from this model, and it's really where I want to place my business for life, right? I think that's your business plan. But let's talk about like, yes, I can see your books behind you. We know you as a trainer and as a coach and a mentor and an author, and you've got this incredible community of 5,000 members in the real estate club as part of it. You obviously, because I know I talk to a lot of trainers and coaches in Australia, right? And I know in America, a lot of trainers and coaches within our industry have actually cashed in heavily, quite substantially, in the EXP Realty model and platform by becoming a part of it because they could see the long-term benefit of not having to always organize events and seminars and sell tickets and one-on-one coaching and online coaching and all this. They could actually bring their entire business into the EXP Realty model platform and all their agents that they knew across the US anyway, if they came into the model with them, they get free access to them as a coach, right? Because rather than that coach then having to sell all their tickets and their goodwill and paying subscriptions by their agent, well, just by being part of EXP Realty, they could get access to that coach long term. And there's been some big players, very influential industry trainers and coaches in the US that have become a part of the EXP Realty model. And these coaches are now making tens of millions of dollars per
Mhm.
annum. It was Glenn Sanford's word by bringing their coaching business into the EXP Realty model, no longer having to on-sell tickets and charge their clients for their coaching and just monetizing it through the EXP Realty platform, revenue share platform. That's what I loved about your journey is that, like, I know some people with EXP Realty are sometimes on the fence, like they're there, but you wouldn't actually know that they're really here, and they are well known as coaches,
Mhm.
trainers, and mentors across the country. One of the things I've been really inspired about yourself is like you're all in. Like you
Mhm.
are EXP all in. You're not on the fence. Yes, you're
Yeah.
still training and you're mentoring and you're helping industry agents, but you're growing a massive team and you're monetizing that rather than selling coaching platforms and programs through the EXP Realty Revenue Share program. Tell me a little bit about like that, what that looks like for you, because I know sometimes in business we have to walk away from a portion of maybe what we're used to because it's our comfort
Yeah.
zone to go into that place of change. What did
Yeah.
that look like for you when you came into EXP
Um,
Realty that changed?
People said to me, don't do it because then you won't get coaching clients from outside EXP.
Yeah,
And so
cool.
I still get, I mean, to be honest, I don't really coach outside of EXP anymore.
Okay.
Occasionally do, only sort of special occasions. I don't really want to be
So
honest.
you select
Yeah,
externally
yeah.
who you take on.
Yes,
Good
yes, yeah.
position to be in. That's a cool position.
I don't advertise it as coaching anymore.
Yeah.
So often I might have someone, whatever. But no, I've chosen to help the agents that, come into EXP, more or less exclusively, which I would
Yeah,
prefer to
cool.
um, and allowing them to have access to all of our training and coaching. Like, just an example, the other day I was doing an EXP explained with another lady that is looking at bringing some people into EXP. And they had trouble with fee objections, so I just went straight into the real estate club and I said, "Here you go, here. These are all the things that you can say." And they were going, "Oh my gosh, that's such gold nuggets and everything." And the lady that was on the call too, she gave some really good gold nuggets as well, which I can't see who it is yet. But yeah, so that was awesome, and that's the things that we can give agents is just those little things in that real estate club that is going to be the difference between them getting a listing and not getting a listing. That's 30 years of experience in that real estate club that agents have got access to that.
Y-
And the reason I created that real estate club is because when I was doing coaching, I'd say the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, Chris, if you
Yeah.
want to get listings, this is the way you do it. And I'm like, nah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm page for that, and that's how you get listings. And then talking to an agent, okay, this is the way you can answer that objection. No, actually, I'm going to create a page for that, so then I can just send Chris the link with that objection on
Yeah.
it. So that's how that came apart. And there's like 1,400 pages of real estate training in there. So for me, that's what I would rather do, sort of coach people in EXP, see what they need, and then go, okay, these are the pages that are exactly what you need right here. They can actually, it's like Google, they can just go in there and search objections. They can go and search how to get listings. They can go and search, whatever it is that's in there. There's a search bar. So they can do, search all of that as well. So, that's the value that it brings as well. Yeah.
It's massive. Like, every time I log in there, there's nothing you can't find in there, right? Like I would almost describe it as like the holy Bible of our industry that's been written over generations and
It is.
decades, because there's nothing you
Yeah.
can't find when you come across a situation. And I've even found myself in there before, just like in the search bar, typing in what I need and thinking of, and trying, rather than reinvent the wheel, like it's in there, right? So it's an incredible platform that you've built up over time, and that's, I think, you've gone about it in a strategic way, because, like you said, you've been that transactional agent, so you've sat in that living room. You've
Yes.
had that fee objection thrown at you. You've had that price resistance given to you. You've had that difficult negotiation. Like, you've been and walked in those shoes in your
In my
life, so you know what
offices,
it's like.
there's not much that I haven't seen, and not
Yeah.
much I haven't seen in my own career listing and selling. But then the other side of it is the agents that, that I coach. And also you mentioned I've got a page called the Real Estate Club. There's 5,000 agents on there. Then let's talk about
Yep.
real estate and the 5,000 agents on there. So,
Yep.
I agents messaging me probably every couple of days, saying situations. You'll never guess what happened to me today, blah, 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 blah. You'll never guess what happened to me today, or this happened, or this agent did this, or, there's so many things that I get told, that would, yeah, absolutely blow your mind. So,
Absolutely.
the intel that I have in the industry is huge. It's actually really
You,
good. I love it.
you're
Yeah.
well networked, well connected. I've just dropped the chat, the group, the Real Estate Club, in the chat box as well for any viewers watching live or the replay that want to grab that. It's in there now. So you mentioned a big, hairy, audacious goal. 1,000 agents
Yes.
is the goal. But do we have a time frame we're looking to achieve that by?
I would like to have 250 agents by December. That's the
Cool.
goal.
Okay.
And then we can do the best months I've had, or we've had as a team, and we've got amazing agents in our team. Like, I love every single one of them. And obviously, they're incredible by bringing people into the company. And, I thank them every day as well. So the best that we've done is probably about 15 agents a month. So,
Mhm.
if we do that, then, times that by however many months, that's what we could do to get 1,000 agents. So, that's the goal. So 15 people that choose eXp a month is what, that's a pretty good goal. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm aiming for. And we've got some great people coming in, amazing people coming in. So that's looking very, very realistic.
Absolutely. That's a great goal to have 1,000 agents, because once you get to 1,000 agents, we know there's many agents relishing in the EXP Realty model that are at that sort of number and some, and they never have to worry about paying a bill again, or when a bill comes in, or definitely not listing and selling. That's for sure. So,
No, definitely
um,
not. But that my goal is to help our agents grow their team. So, it's
yeah,
sort of, some of the agents in America, what they do is they say you get 10 people and help them build 100 agents.
yeah,
To me, it's whoever is in our team that wants to grow a team, I'm there for them. If they want me to help them, show an agent, if an agent, is paying 42% or 45% or 50% of everything they bring in now,
hmm,
and this agent believes, an eXp agent thinks they're going to make more money, or they're going to be able to grow, a team within us, or, that they can build an empire with us, I'll drop everything and I'll talk to that person on a Zoom. I don't expect our agents to do that.
yeah,
Can help someone, and I get so animated. Like, people go, are you bored doing this? Like, I do the same presentation sometimes 2 or 3 times a day as you do, Chris, right?
yeah,
And feel like every single time I say it, it's like the first time I'm saying it, like a listing
yeah,
presentation. You can't go in all bored and whatever, but it's different people every single time you're
yeah.
saying. It's different situations. It's different people you can help in different ways. Whenever agents are looking at coming on board, I'm always like, like, what don't you like about where you are now? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you want to achieve? All of that sort of thing. And kind of like real estate agents have to do, we have to diagnose where they're at and where they want to get
Mm.
to do that. And then most of the times eXp satisfies that criteria. So that's why I get excited. It's like, you see it. I'm putting my phone off. Sorry. You see it and you go, oh my gosh, like, you can do this, 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 this. It's so exciting. That's what I find.
You're
Yeah.
right though. Like, it's super cool that we get compensated by a company that turns over billions of dollars annually to just help other agents find their own success within a model like ours, right? I don't know
Yes.
many other models, and it figures just out this year in 2024. We're only just at 25. We're only just into March. EXP's already redistributed out $200 million in revenue share as part of that program, an incentive to help bring agents into the model and help them to find success. So, like you said, You're just finding 10 people that you can help them, build their own team, organization, and empire and find success. And for that, thank you. eXp says, here we go. Out of that $200 million that we've paid out in revenue share to all our members and agents this year, Lisa, this is your slice of the pie for that month.
And you know what?
Incredible
When you
opportunity.
think about it, when you think about it, EXP could employ just a BDM kind of thing. They could employ somebody that says that's just your job and not pay agents a royalty or revenue share. They could do that. It would be a hell of a lot cheaper for them. But instead, it creates a culture where, we help our agents. It's sort of everybody's incentivized for agents to go well. So, when they're in your team, you're incentivized to help and to, sort of, because the industry really is, it used to be there's a desk, there's a phone, you're on your own kind of thing. You got a month, you're on your own. That's traditionally what it is. The boss can sometimes see the salespeople as competition, and they're not. You want to grow people, you want to help them, because the boss doesn't want them to, train up too hard and then they go work for somebody else, or, all of that sort of thing. And when you're building an organization within eXp, that's not going to happen. The person's building their own organization within their own company. And we've got some amazing people, like you've grown a great team, Bjorn, Krish, Bori, Barry, in Victoria. We've got some agents that are absolutely, amazing leaders and are helping agents. And I'm sorry, I've forgotten some, but but there's so many that are, really, helping agents to achieve what they want to achieve. So
Well,
it's
that's,
pretty great.
it's really inspiring because I know there's names that you've just mentioned before that they had no aspirations to be a selling principal, to, drain their bank accounts with capital to go buy into something, to get a territory, an office, and all of that. Like some of them, when they first started with us, is like, I don't want to be that person, because there was this conception in our industry that to be a leader, you've got to own the office. It's got to be your name above the door. You've got to be the selling principal. But then as they've sort of immersed themselves and embedded themselves into our model, they've actually now started building their own team in a leadership role and capacity just purely through helping others like succeed in their own business rights, and without having the capital and the expenses of a shop front and needing to have your name above the door. And these people, Boris and Barrys of the like, and but Barry's own businesses as well, like I have, and probably never wants to go down that road again. But yet here he is still wanting to build a team and an organization around him globally, yet
He's
without
got the
having to directly employ people. That's an incredible thing about this model. Tell me, you've
Yep.
been here since the beginning, pretty much since we launched in Australia 5 years ago, right?
Mhm.
You talk to a lot of agents on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, probably more than the most.
Mm.
I believe we should have 2,000 agents here tomorrow because I
Oh,
know the model
I
and the
know.
benefit it brings to so many lives.
Yeah.
And I knew once I seen it, I couldn't unsee what I'd seen. So
Yeah.
what do you see within our industry right now as the biggest challenges why so many from traditional structures haven't come here in their numbers massively into the thousands just as yet? Now, this could be on the horizon. We're seeing a swing
Yes.
change, but
Yeah,
why do
for
you think
sure.
Australia hasn't adapted as quickly as like the US and Canada did of the likes?
Some of them get fed, they
Yep.
get some leads from their boss, they might get one or two rentals a year or something, so they think they don't, they don't know how to get listings or whatever, or, that they get fed leads all the time, or they get some of the scraps. Can you say that? I think that's something. They're scared. They think they need a brand behind them.
Yeah.
They think that the brand helps them, whereas once they understand if they're getting all of the leads, they are the brand. So you don't need the brand. You can have Powered by eXp, which is probably more powerful than having one of these other brands, these local Australian brands, because you've got 89,000 agents, 27 countries, you've got listed on the NASDAQ. So you've got more kudos than these ones here. There's 40,000 real estate agents in Australia. Our organization is 89,000 agents in 27 countries. So, you can still have your name Powered by eXp. So if you are the brand, you're the one that generates the leads, then you don't need another little brand, that you're paying 40 or 50% to. And if you think about it, they go, oh yeah, but I'm part of this brand. Think about it. If you had that 50% that you paid the boss, if you put that into your own marketing instead, if
Oh,
you that into social media ads. If you went, okay, I'm going to bring in 10 grand, I'm going to put 5 of that into social media ads. Imagine how many leads you'd have. Imagine your marketing you could have, but you're
Oh,
just giving it to somebody else. And are you getting leads? If you're not getting leads, then I would be looking at, okay, where is that $5,000 better spent? So I think that's it. I think they're worried about compliance and trust accounting, which we do that. So some don't know that we do that. They think, oh, I don't want to go out by myself. I'm too scared. Don't know what to do with the regulations, the compliance, all that sort of thing. So we have
yeah.
licensees that are in charge of each state. Your transactions, your trust accounting's done. So that's, I think it's they don't understand the support they get either. Like, oh, but I'm used to having the admin girl do it. It's not that hard. We've got
Yeah.
administration here too. Once you put your first 1 or 2 listings up, you'll be fine. You've got other people that will do a lot of that back end stuff for you as well. So I think it's nerves. I think a lot of it is being a bit scared.
Mm.
All they've got to do is reach out and have a look and just see, what we provide. And even if people come in for a month, if they don't like it, they can leave. There's no locking contracts. Some of our competitors, they lock them in for 3 years. We don't do that. You keep your database, you keep everything, you keep all the IP. eXp is just the back end support. We just help you to be able to do what you do best. So, that's what do you think? What do you think the
Yeah, I
reasons are?
agree. Like, there's a number of reasons. Like, it's crazy. You just spoke about the 50%. Like, I met with an agent last week who generously parted ways with $193, $93,000 in income back to the brand and office that he was a part of or is a part of. And I said, okay, that's a lot of money. Do you feel you got your value for that? And obviously, the reason we're having this conversation is he was questioning that, right? So I said, well, let's look at, can you track how many leads you were given by that office in the last 12 months? He goes, yes, I keep track of everything. I said, okay, let's have a look at that. And we went through it all, and there was 5 listings, not leads, because there could be more leads, but there was 5 that he listed from the office in 12-month period that had transacted. So I
Yeah.
said, don't show me all the leads, just show me the ones you're being paid on because that's what you've generated income on. So there was 5 that were listed and transacted as office leads, right? Now, obviously, there might be more that trickle in later, but 5 in the whole year. And I said, okay, well, let's work out how much income that actually generated you and how much it generated the office. But the same thing I said is I said, well, 193 grand, like what could you do if we put that back into your marketing budget? Or if we put it, and I'm not saying you're putting it into your back pocket, just you get that 193 grand and keep it and put it in the bank account for a rainy day. No, 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 no. Where can you diversify and put into other areas of your business, whether it be in your own marketing, your own prospecting
Yeah.
initiative, or can we bring on a VA to help you support you at your volume at a third of the cost of what you're sharing with the office and a sales associate that you're covering half the wages for 2 of them at the moment as well. So looking at efficiencies within the 193K, not saving it. And once I had that discovery conversation with him, it just, you seen that light bulb when he looked at things from a different perspective. But the second part to that is fear mongering, naysayers, and hate, right? Now, a lot of people, when they come from a place of fear, will talk down an opportunity that you might be considering or looking at, whether that's us. So, Haley Beckett, who's been with a franchise prior to us for 17 years, right? She never looked at us because that environment came from a place of fear mongering and naysayers, and were putting our model down. So naturally, she thought, well, I've been here for 17 years. I'm going to listen to them. But now that she's like opened her mind up, she had a look at it. Obviously, things fractured a little bit. Now she's here. She's like, it's nothing like what they portrayed it to be until I came and opened my mind up, looked at it, couldn't unsee what I'd seen, but now I'm living it and experiencing it. So I think
Yeah.
that's a really important point because a lot of people, even though we're in an industry where you require a lot of courage to sit in
Mm.
front of somebody in their lounge room to take on objections and to present to people, that's courage. But yet, so many agents, when they go to make a decision to actually back themselves or explore a different opportunity, they're often discouraged because of fear by somebody else or naysayers. So I think that's a really good point is don't listen
Yeah.
to others and just do your own research and due diligence and
Yeah,
compare for yourself.
exactly.
Um,
Exactly. And it's just backing yourself too. Like a lot of people, don't back themselves. They haven't got a lot of confidence. We spoke about that before. You just got to back yourself. If you know you can do it, just do it.
yeah, 100%. So
Yeah.
we know you want to get to 1,000 agents. That's cool. Can't wait to see that journey unfold. I mean, I'm a part of it. I'm part of the A team too. So we grow this, we grow together, right? That's the beautiful thing about eXp Realty Revenue Share Program. Obviously, you've got stock and equity ownership in the model as well. So you're building a number of different pillars towards your legacy and retirement, I guess. Obviously,
Yeah.
the commission splits for you isn't of any benefit because you don't list
No,
and sell,
no, I
right?
don't.
So
No. Yeah.
you would get opportunities, I'd imagine. You refer and farm them out to your team. So the main pillars for you is obviously the revenue share program, the stock and
Yeah.
equity program, the training,
Yes.
the mentoring, and the collaboration.
Yeah.
What are the other things that you love about XP Realty being a model, not just for transactional agents, but for somebody like yourself being a talent attractor?
I just love I get to help people. I love that I can show agents a better way to be able to do real estate than what they're possibly currently doing to empower agents to be able to um, yeah, do it themselves. So do it themselves with a lot of support, that you can actually earn a lot more money. You can actually have build an empire, which agents don't know about. Our competitors have got nothing as far as what we've got. They've just got basically the platforms. Our business is so much more than that. It's got so much more depth and so much more collaboration and business opportunities, global business opportunities, like so much more. So that for me is just, yeah, being able to help agents. Like it's just phenomenal. What some of the stories that we've got so many different stories of agents that have just absolutely changed their lives. People that say, thank you, you've changed my life. You can change your vendors' lives, you can help them buy properties and sell and whatever. But to me, having someone that you can help their family with their business and see someone who comes in very scared, whatever, and they become this business person who is on fire. I mean, I've got D Manchian in Mackay.
Mm,
She was this shy little thing, and now she's just absolutely building an empire. Gets
Full
icon
out of a
with.
gate.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
Barry and Victoria, he was going to go drive Ubers and now he's just look at him go. Look at him building
Yeah.
his empire. We've got so many stories like that. That's just two. Um, so when you see people that become a different person, they come in
Hmm.
one way and then they're here a year or so and it's like, get out of my way. These are the goals that I'm going to achieve and they go and do it. They just get the confidence and they see other people doing it, they get inspired, they just go do it. That to me is everything.
Yeah. Spot on. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Mate, we've come up to the 30-minute mark. Thank you
All
for
right.
that words of wisdom. It's good because we've had a lot of transactional agents on these sessions before, so it's good to hear it from an attractor's perspective that is growing a big team such as yourself. So thank you for sharing that because that's what I really wanted to focus on was the revenue share component, building a team in an organization. Yet you don't pay payroll tax, you have no one on your payroll bill. You don't need to worry about accounts payable and receivable like we used to in the office and paying that trust account administrator. You're doing it all still within the ecosystem of the XP Realty model, but you're not focusing on listing and selling. You're just helping agents, dominate in that space. So if you're a transactional agent, um, Lisa B, reach out to her. She lives, breathes, walks this model. I'm a part of her downline, and she helps out our team immensely. Because she's not on the listing tools, she can provide a massive amount of support that a everyday selling principal in an office that's tied up with listing and selling and making sure staff around, all that stuff that comes with business ownership is taken care of. She doesn't have all that, right? So she has all the time to support, serve, and allocate her time to help all the agents within the A team to find success and grow their businesses. So if you need a coach, and I know Lisa, many in our network say you're their real estate coach.
Hmm.
Some of them even say you're their life coach.
Hmm.
Just the coaching that you give across the board, across a variety of areas of life and business is invaluable in itself. But if you're a
Yeah.
transactional agent, get in contact with Lisa directly. If you just want to attract, because I know you're talking to people right now, Lisa, they're at a stage in their life and career where they're like, I'm getting off the transactional treadmill. I'm just
Yes.
focusing on building a massive team and downline because I
I
want
love
revenue
it.
share, I want passive income.
I
Um,
love
reach out to Lisa because she's got the biggest team in Australia right now and she can help you scale and grow and do exactly the same.
help lots of people. that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. Lisa B from eXp Realty and the Real Estate Club, mum, author, real estate coach, mentor, trainer, legend, provider. There's everything under that umbrella. Mum being the number one job.
Kayaker,
Thanks for joining us. Yes.
kayaker. Yeah,
Kayaker. Yes.
yeah.
Adventurous, philanthropist. What
Adventure,
don't
yeah,
you do? Do you even
yeah.
sleep? I don't know.
No,
You're up at
actually,
3 o'clock in the morning. I seen on the weekend as well.
yeah.
That looked
No, I get
cool.
up at
But
5 every morning. But anyway, yeah,
you do.
don't
You
sleep. No,
walk
I
it, you talk it.
don't.
Thanks so much for joining
All
us,
right.
and
Thanks for having
we'll catch you
me.
on the next episode.